Well, it's not really fun to make videos when you do bad, right? It's always nice when you have a winning day. Come in and, go over the winners and go over the good things and stuff like that. So, pretty rough day today. I will go over everything that I did, why I did it, stuff like that. But we lost $700, as you can see. So our account balance is close to 1,200, 1,180. Um, and yeah, so we'll go over everything. And yeah, we'll go over the positives and negatives and how I saw the market. Going into the day, I didn't have a strong bias either way, but I was a little bit, and we'll pull up the ES, a little bit bearish because of the ES. We had all of this low here. We had all these equal lows, so I was wanting to see that get taken out. And that was my main objective. And yeah, so when did we? So that was my main objective. And the first trade I saw that I liked that I didn't take was here. We had an SMT inside this 15-minute fair value gap, and we inversed right here. But I didn't take it because we had these gaps here. But with just the momentum, this is a very nice play to this low. And at the time, we had SMT, so this high didn't get taken out on ES, which made this a good setup. I just didn't take it. We then created an SMT with these lows over here, so bullish confluence. So bullish confluence there. We then come up, we sweep out this high, and we're just chopping. My first trade I actually took was on the 30-second. We inversed here on the 30-second. I traded here on 2 micros. At this point in the day, I was still trading good. That was a good trade, and I took it with proper risk. We had another SMT here and here, and we had a nice model inside here. We barely swept this inside this 15-minute. We took out this high. I knew we'd come down to here, so it was a decent trade. I like that. And then we were chopping, put in liquidity, and we were holding a 3-minute, and I got to sneeze. Man. So we were holding this 3-minute gap. We swept this low, and my next trade was this 2-minute gap. I got in on this close, and you may ask, how did you lose? Well, I was watching this. I got in here, and I was targeting higher. Would have been 50 points. But I got in, and I had my stop probably on this low, and I was in the trade, and I actually had my stop, I had my stop here, under this low. We came down, didn't get stopped out, came back up, came back down, and I think I got out here because I just expected price to keep going, and we end up running. So we got out of the trade early, and that caused our first loss for around 200, I think. I then just start trading bad. I think I have to go back and watch the videos, my executions, but then I end up taking probably just a forced long somewhere here, just to try and go to this high, trying to force profit back. And then I ended up taking a long in this fair value gap break, which worked, but I didn't take all my contracts off because I was still down. So I wanted to leave runners to try and make back my money. And then I just didn't make much there. So then we just started taking a bunch of setups. not even following my rules, not following my setup plan, anything like that. Took a few losses within here, and just it's just frustrating because I'm really low energy today, as you can see, because normally I come in with a lot more um, just energy for these things, and I want this to encapsulate just the kind of reality of how things can go. Right? Like, I'm not profitable yet. I do believe I will be. I'm not even. I'm almost a year into trading, and most people takes them 2-3 years. So I'm not worried. I know people will get in the comments and critique things I'm doing, and trust me, you can't tell me anything I don't already understand, right? I know my plan. I know my trade setup. I know when to win out of the trade. I know what not to do. Trust me, guys. Save the time commenting up what I need to do, or how I'm not doing X, Y, Z, or that I don't do this or that. I understand, and I don't even look at the comments for any negativity if people want to say certain things, because I understand what the process should look like, how the process should work, and I know what I'm doing. I really do. I just make mistakes. I'm human. It's part of trading. You make mistakes. It'll knock you down, but you just got to make the decision to just not let it do that, right? I think looking back, we just jumped back into a trade here. We probably got ourselves out. Maybe, I'm not sure. Then added back, then got out, then whatever. Just bad stuff. But yeah, the reality is that these days happen. I lost $730 that I shouldn't have lost. I took a good trade here. I could have been done, and this was a good trade. It never once closed below this or this 2-minute fair value gap, and it ran take profit. That is a $500 trade that I was in, and I lost on, and I ended up losing $700 today because I was in a trade. I lost by breaking my rules, by getting out early. We got out of the trade and lost, and then we spiraled the rest of the day, started gambling, started forcing things, just entering randomly because I was expecting the price to go somewhere, taking $100 here, lost here, lost here, lost here, just adding losses, spiraling, taking a bunch of small losses I shouldn't have taken, and it just resulted in a really bad day, which is, it's my fault. That was me. That's the direct consequence of not following my plan, not being patient, not being disciplined, and just being overconfident, over eager, just trying to force things. I really do want to pass my funded account super badly, and I was at one point $2,000 positive today. I was at one point $1,000 away from passing my funded. Now I'm around $1,900, $1,800 away. So the positives are we still are up $1,000 something on the account. The positive is I stepped away before the daily loss limit. I stepped away. I didn't increase size, but we did make a lot of mistakes. We overtraded. We overtook setups. We got out of trades early, and it's frustrating because I'm looking at today, and this trade I didn't take was clean. This trade I did take on the 32nd in here was good. This trade wasn't terrible. Maybe I could have avoided it, but we had the S&T. We had the liquidity sweep down here. We had the break above. We had a fair value gap. We had a target. We had low resistance liquidity. We were holding this in balance. We had an S&T. We had a good trade. And I just got out early. So it's frustrating because I do that a lot. I miss out on a lot of profit. And today should have been a winning day. So to be down 700 and let myself do that on a day that should have been a winner, a big winner, $500. This was $500 trade. But that's just the difference, right? So when I have days like this, it's really hard not to want to quit. It's really hard not to want to quit, but I know that I'm seeing progress, right? I know what I can do, and I'll just have to keep showing up and doing it, because today, after I was done and I stepped away, every bone in my body hurt. I don't know how that, like, someone that doesn't trade, that's never blown an account, people that have blown accounts, have hit the daily loss amount, they're funded, have spiraled, have gambled, stuff like that. People that have been through that can probably understand what I'm saying when you just feel your body just hurts. Your soul hurts, your mind hurts. You're mentally defeated because you just did something so stupid, and you just threw away a lot of time and progress and a lot of good stuff that you've been doing. I can't even explain how upset I was, how disappointed in myself I was. Because with trading, it is just decision based, right? A few bad decisions could lead to this. And when I'm sitting there after those days, again, if anyone has been in this situation where they blew an account or kind of spiraled for no real reason, you just think about quitting, and you're so mad that you did this and you lost so much unnecessarily. And for me, at least, all I want to do is just take a trade and make it back, and get some of my profit back, or get some of my money back. Like, I want to just sit here and just find something. Like, that's why when I took this loss when I shouldn't have, I didn't just wait and take this one and be done. I didn't just do that because I wanted to make it back so badly, because losing sucks. Losing is hard. Losing is mentally demanding, because when you lose, when you have an objective, when you're trying to passive fund it, when you're trying to make money, when you're trying to make payouts, when you're focused on the money rather than the skill, which is what I did today, which we just will have to come back stronger. But when you focus on money rather than the skill, things like this happen. When you focus on the money rather than the skill, then you're going to get punished. But what happens is that you take this loss. I lost 700, and I'm so mentally defeated that I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to take a good winning trade tomorrow and make 20 points and make $200, because even though that's a great day, $200, that's a good day, that's a good winner, I don't feel like being disciplined. I don't feel like waiting for a good setup. I don't feel like being patient. I don't feel like taking only A+ steps. I don't feel like holding my trades properly, because all I want to do is just make back what I lost. All I want to do is be back to where I was, and I want it quick. I don't want to make $700 over the course of 2 weeks and then slowly build this account up. That's not fun. That's not exciting. And just to know that today I have to step away. I can't sit here and try and trade. There's no trades even. But I can't sit here and try and trade. I can't make anything back. That's the hardest part with trading, right? If you're playing a sport or whatever you're doing and starting a business, you can just work harder. You can just put in more reps. You can just shoot some more, doing basketball, soccer, whatever, surfing, catch more waves. Like, you can just put in more effort and get better and keep practicing. Whereas in trading, sometimes less is a lot more, because you can't just keep going. And that's the hardest part, is that I want to just sit here and just get better. But today, I can't get better, in a sense. I can't just trade it off. I can't just find another setup. I have to just wait and show up tomorrow. And the problem is that tomorrow, I have to be patient. Just because I lost today doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm guaranteed to get a winner. It doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to trade. I have to wait for my setup. It has to be clear. It has to be good risk. And then when I take that trade, I have to execute properly. I have to hold properly. And it's just this cycle of just having to be so disciplined. And that's why traders fail. That's why I'm failing right now. But that's why I know I can succeed, is because it's just these small details that are holding me back. Although big, although damaging, it's just fix the discipline issue. Fix the fear, right? Getting out of this trade early had nothing to do with the trade not working. If it came down here and stopped me out, cool. I lost 700 anyways today. So why was I worried about losing one trade But then I was able to just throw away 5, 6, 7, 8 trades and lose $700. This trade worked. The other trades I took the other day worked. The day before that worked. The day before that it worked. The day before that it lost probably. Regardless, every single trade I go into, I don't need to be worried about losing. That's what I do, and that makes me lose more. If I went into this trade and just executed, I wouldn't have lost. But because I was afraid to lose, I got out early, and then I did lose, and then I lost more and more and more because I was afraid to be wrong on the first one. I was afraid for it not to work. I was afraid to lose progress, but yet I'm not afraid to spiral. I'm not afraid to throw my money away. I'm not afraid to make more mistakes. I don't get it. It's really frustrating. I'm really frustrated myself. But there's a lot of things to take away, right? It is annoying to set myself back so much, but that's all it is a setback, is a roadblock. That's all it is. All that today is just a setback, just a roadblock. I can come back and I can just execute, and I find good trades, and we'll be back. We'll be better than ever. We'll be fine. We're still up on the account. We haven't blown the account. It's just a setback, right? If I want to be a trader full time, then this better not be the end of me, right? If $700 is insurmountable, if I can't come back from $700, you think I'm gonna be able to do this? So I gotta get it out of my head that this is the end, that this is too much to come back from, that I gotta quit, that I can't do this. Yeah, I made a dumb mistake today. I made bad decisions. I traded bad. I didn't follow my plan. But you know what I have done? I followed my plan the last week, the week before that, most of the days. I've been following my plan more often than I don't. And eventually it will get to the point where I am profitable all the time and I'm doing well. But it just comes with time and experience and reps and just doing it, right? And again, I'm looking at $700 as just something that I can't come back from, a mountain I can't climb. But why would I keep trading? If I was worried that I couldn't make back $700, why would I be trading? Just think about that logically, and I've just put that into my own brain today. Is if I'm this worried about $700, yeah, that's a big setback. Last week I made $550 and I just lost all of that and some. But if I'm, trying to trade and make money trading, I better hope that I can make a lot more than $700. So I feel like that's the perspective I need to look at this from, is just one of, look, it was a bad day, but you have the account, you have progress on the account, and you know what you're doing, you're getting better, and it's just $700. Yeah, it sucks, it's a step back, but that's all it is. Just take a few steps and you'll be back where you were. Just take a few good trades, and that's it. And then this is done. Today is done. The mistakes I made today are done. I just got to come back and execute. $700, that's it. It's just a little roadblock, a little blip in the journey, a bad day. We learn from it and we come back. We look at the market, and the market worked out well today. The market played out how it was supposed to. So, just disappointing to let it get to this. But, again, it's just a setback. You come back better. And it's just tough because I am frustrated. I'm sad. And it just makes you feel like quitting. It makes you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. But just something inside of me tells me that just keep going, keep trying to get better. And this is just part of it, right? These types of days you just got to take on the chin and learn from it, right? I got to learn from this. I can't get out of my trades early. So now I want to kind of look over what trades I took, because I want to really just see this trade here that went wrong and just kind of figure out what happened and why did I get out and what was going through my head. So I'm going to pull up that trade because I just am not sure what happened there. So as you can see, we are in the first 2 minute. That ended up working for 50 points, $500. Let's see what happened. So we got in the trade and we got in late. Look, we're not even in it yet. Oh man. We got in with 2 micros. It came down against us. I was thinking about selling some off. I was in 2 micros. I wouldn't even lost much. And then I sell it all here. Yeah, at the time, this spot in the chart doesn't look good. It looks like the trade's not gonna play out. Yeah, it doesn't look great. But let the trade let you lose. Let the trade hit your stop. Let the trade invalidate you. So at this point, I didn't realize I took this for smaller size. So that makes it even more frustrating that I did what I did. So I get out here. Let's see what else we do then. The next trade. Let's see what we do on this next trade. We increase size to our regular size. And we see it reject off here. And then I'm like, okay, let me get in. Or I got in because I thought this was going to inverse. Just dumb. And then what do? I exit the trade. Because I shouldn't have been in this trade. I got in here and I exited here. What are we doing? Why did I get out of the first trade down here on this candle just to re-enter here, just to get out here? Now we're down more. Let's see what else we do. And at some point I stopped even charting them. This one we didn't get anything. See what we do here. So we decide to buy the market here when we've already taken out the internal liquidity. We've already rejected from our original entry. This is the last spot that we should be going long here on this candle. We're already up 30 points from where I should have been entered in and should have stayed in the trade. So we get in, and then what do? We go up, and we don't take profit. I was down $200. I remember this. I was down 200, and what does it do? The market gives me one chance, right here, 210 bucks. Get out. Get out of the market. I thought for sure we were gonna hit 50, that level. But good, this is great if I entered the trade down here, if I wasn't down on the day, because I shouldn't have been down yet. My stop's now at break even. I can't lose today. That's how it should have been. I couldn't lose. I shouldn't lose on this trade. I shouldn't lose. I can't lose on this trade because I haven't taken a loss yet. I'm in still in my first position. I got in when I was supposed to, and now my trade is at break even. And about to hit first take profit. We're up. Great. What happens? Oh, it starts going against me. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more time. Let's just get one more pump. Oh, guess what? When you start hoping for one more pump, it never happens. We exit for about $50 on this one. Down 150. Should have said, cool. Let's get out of here. But then what do? We find an actual good setup. We hold this imbalance. We hold a 5-minute imbalance. We get in the trade slightly early, but I was really confident. But still, I don't mind the early trade here. It's not smart, but structure was good. What do? We hit the take profit. Get out of the market. That would be me up on the day. Get out. That's your trade. You recovered it. Unless we were down more at this point. I'm not really sure. Maybe we were down more. I'm curious as to why I didn't get out here, because that should have put me up on the day. I guess we were down more because it goes up, and I check my P&L. See it here. Right here, let's see what we're down. We're down $72. Just get out. $72. We traded dumb, we did bad things. Get out. You found the last trade, right? Just chill. Come back tomorrow. And what do we do here? I don't even know. Then what do we do here? Then do I buy the market here? I don't know what I'm doing there. We buy the market. Why? We've hit the liquidity. Why am I trying to go long? We lose. We take a zoomed in long on the 30-second. Why? I almost took it on the full contract. Glad I didn't, because that's stupid. Why are we going long here? Why am I going long? I'm just forcing it. It's so disappointing to watch this back. It's so disappointing to watch this back. But it's good to watch it back. Then what do? I go short. I'm just trying to make it back. Now I'm in a long. We exited the short for $100 loss. Now I go long. Doesn't quite get there. It's going. Okay, let's just get out here. How much are we down? We're down $440 at this point. Because we're just eating away. Loss. In, out. Loss. 100 here. 200 here. 50 here. Positive a little bit here. Down here. This one probably results in another loss. What do? We short again. Why? Just another loss. Let's see. $670. What do? Go and lose another $70. We get in a long. And then of course I get out here and then it rips up the rest of the day, but what are we doing here? right? So that's the reality, man. What can I you know? I like having an honest journey through this process, and people that watch the videos, right, get to see this is a step back, right? It's not the end. It's just $700. We come back, we hit good setups the next day and the next day and the next day, and we'll be fine. I just got to make sure that this doesn't ruin the account. This has been a great account so far. Let's just keep it going. Forget about today, come back tomorrow, and just execute on a good setup. The fear coming into tomorrow is, what if I lose again? So what? Because I shouldn't have lost 700. Today should have been a winning day. So if I come in tomorrow and I do exactly what I'm supposed to do and I lose, so be it. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. Today I didn't. Today I did not do exactly what I was supposed to do, and I lost. If I come in tomorrow and I take a great trade and it doesn't win and it loses, then I did exactly what I was supposed to do, and that's all I can ask for. So it's just these small mistakes holding me back, and there's no rush. Just come in, show up, take a good setup tomorrow, and just continue to do better. So that's all I have for today. Again, brutal day. Hope you guys can see, kind of some of just the harsh reality of what trading is, right? It's not all sunshines and rainbows. It's very simple, but it's very hard, because it's very hard to stick to your rules and be a good person, right? It's just like, if anyone's ever tried to, get a six-pack or go to the gym or eat healthier, just as hard, just with how hard it is to eat healthy and go to the gym and go to bed on time, think about how hard it is for you to just do that stuff for yourself, to just show up and stick to your rules. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to stick to your rules. It's hard to do the right things. It's hard to do things you want to do. Anything that's difficult and anything that is valuable is hard to do. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to wake up early. It's hard to get up and run. It's hard to eat healthy, right? These things that are hard for a reason. It's because you have to be disciplined. So I've just got to work on my discipline and patience. I'm too focused on passing the account. I'm too worried about if I'm up, down, the trade wins, loses. I was so worried about if the trade lost today that I got out early to re-stab a bunch of times and lose more, just for the trade to work, just for me to lose extra. So I have nothing else groundbreaking to say about that. It's just a reflection of what happened today. We're going to show back up tomorrow, and we're going to do better, and we're going to keep killing it. We're going to keep killing it. I can do this. I will be profitable trader. I will not quit, because there's no reason for me to quit. My strategy works. I know what I'm looking for. I know how to trade. I just got to keep working on that psychology, and we'll be great. So hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys I hope if anyone's going through the same thing with their emotions with trading, just, easier said than done, don't do it. But hopefully you realize that's part of the process if you're new. I'm almost a year in, and even I'll still make mistakes a year in, right? It's not a sprint. This is not a sprint. It really isn't. And I know everyone that wants to go in the comments and, be whatever they want to do. Everyone in the comments has their opinion and thinks they know best and right. But I understand my mistakes. But I hope people that go through this understand that it's not just them. It doesn't mean that if you have a bad day that you're not going to be able to do it, even though it feels like that. Even though today I was thinking all those things, like I would need to quit, I'll never do this, blah, blah, blah. No. I made mistakes today. I shouldn't get rewarded for these mistakes. I did bad things. I shouldn't. I'm glad, even though it sucks, even though I would have much rather made $700, but the actions have consequences, especially in trading. In real life, everything, your actions have consequences. And I'm glad that I was punished for the mistakes I made, because the things I did today do not result in being a good trader. So I'm very happy to be punished for the mistakes I was making, and just learn from it, right? Every time I make these mistakes, I make them less frequently and less severe, and I do better and better. So we just got to come back stronger and come back with better mental clarity. Just get after it. So I hope you guys have a good day. About to go watch Ronaldo play. Hopefully Portugal win. But peace out, guys. Tough day, but it's another day in the journey, and we'll keep going tomorrow.